What's up, guys? Tony Rican here with another episode of Rican's Awesome Wrestling. And today we're going to listen to a clip of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, talking about his first match ever. So let's go ahead and go to the clip.
Going back to, when you started, Dusty, who broke you into business and what made you say, because I go back to Houston wrestling, and I think it was you in the ring. I could almost swear it was you in the ring, and you were bleeding badly, and I fell in love with wrestling. But what hooked you as a kid and would put you on a path to the destiny that you would take as the American Dream?
Let me tell you how this happened, and this is some honky stuff, man. Because we were just talking about it on the 45th of my anniversary, and Michelle, my wife, of 35 years, we were talking about this, this moment. So I'm playing with the Hartford Charter Oaks in the Continental Football League, okay, and it's 1968. And I got cut from the Patriots. So I'm in the Continental Football League, playing with Hartford with the Charter Oaks. The team folds, and I look in the newspaper, and it says Boston Arena Annex, Friday Night Wrestling, Tony Santos Wrestling. So I go down there, okay? Now then, I had been around all the Funks and Bobby Duncan, my bud from Austin, had started in the business, and they had all been there in at Amarillo,
yep,
every Thursday night, going to wrestling, watching them. I loved it. It was the most unbelievable form of entertainment and express yourself that I could find. And so I was half-assed smart. And we say, well, he's smart back then.
Yep.
If you wasn't smart, man, somebody gonna beat your ass. You know what I mean? And so they would say. So I said, okay, man. So I get there and I go in there and I'm standing. I buy a ticket. I got about $7 or $8 in my pocket. So I drive up to Boston Arena Annex, not Boston Garden.
Yeah.
So I go in there and there's a promoter there, and he looks at me and said, "Well, man, you big guy. You ever talk about wrestling?" I said, "Yeah, I have, man. I've been down with the Funk." That's all I said. I didn't lie about it. I said, "I've been down with the Funk in Amarillo." Yeah, so that's it. He said, "Man," he said, you wanted to give this a try." I said, "Yeah, this is a true story, Steve." So he said, "Come in here on Monday. If you're around, come Monday." So I stayed there, and I lived in the car and outside of Boston because I didn't have enough money to stay anywhere. But I had boxed Golden Gloves, so I had some little boxing shoes and a bathing suit. So I go down to the Boston Arena Annex, and there's a guy named Bill Graham, not the Billy Graham we know, a little short guy, about 6 foot. He was a shooter, about 5'9" or something like that. He was what we call the shooter. So he said, "I want you to go out there," and they had the little sliding door in this old arena like you've seen in the movie. And he slid the little thing back to where you could just peer, like I couldn't see this guy, right? And he appeared watching. I went to the ring. And so I was really strong back then, about, 210, 220, just come out of football.
Yeah.
I was in great shape, man. And this guy walks out there, with the beer gut, and I ain't got nothing against beer gut, believe me. So he walks out there and, he said, "What do you know, kid? You know any hooks, and everything?" I said, "Yeah, man, I know a lot of hooks," like that. So I didn't know shit from shit. I didn't know some hooks. Hook my ass, hook this, my hook. So I said, so he grabbed a hold of me and he tried to take me down, but he wasn't that strong, you know what I mean? So he couldn't take me down, and I didn't know nothing about amateur wrestling, absolutely dog nothing. And he couldn't take me down, and he struggled like for about 10 minutes, said, "Okay, you'll do." And that's the way I broke into business.
Yeah.
And then the next week, I wrestled Lenny Montana in the Boston Arena Annex in the main event, and then a guy named Frank Scarpa, who was the world's champion, and then that little group. And I wrestled for the world's title, my first match in the business.
You gotta be kidding me. Jesus
No,
Christ.
in the first match, and I had never been in the ring at all.
Well, how the hell did you get a world title shot?
Because they wrote in the paper, they didn't even call me Dusty, they called me Sandy. Yeah. Sandy Runnels, from the Boston Patriots. Hell, I'd been cut by the Patriots.
Yeah.
Nick Bonacani was there back then. That's how far back that was. They were, and so they were the Boston Patriots, and I was at Hartford, and a big football star challenges Frank Scarpa for the world title in the Boston Arena Annex. Jesus. I mean, And Bull Curry comes into me, and Bull Curry's there, and it's during the holidays, obviously, Thanksgiving was coming up, and he says, he comes in and works with this guy, every Thanksgiving, and he said, kid, there's two things you need, man, like a carpenter, man. You need a outfit, and you need to have a bunch of pictures. And I said, okay, sir, that sounds good. I was always respectful. And I met Rufus R. Jones there. He was Crazy Duke Graham was his name. Rufus R. Jones, man. We put our money together and had Thanksgiving dinner on the soup line in a kitchen in Boston, Massachusetts. So that's the whole story, and that is the true story, Steve.
There you have it. Dusty Rhodes' first match ever was a title match. Talk about, jumping right into the thick of things. I'm going to get into a little bit of me and then back to Dusty Rhodes. I just can tell my first match ever, it was a 5-minute squash, and I was nervous as hell. I went out there, and I think I was going about 500 miles an hour. I got a little bit of offense in. I wanted to show off being my first match, so, I got like a little bit of a drop kick, knocked him down, and then I think I either got second move, third move, I either did a moonsault or a Phoenix Splash or some stupid shit like that, and then got nailed big time by a couple big moves and done. But like I said, going into that match was probably one of the most nervous things I've ever done. I mean, I was a gymnast, I was a tailback, I played baseball, and I mean, I don't think I've ever been more nervous, before a game, before a meet, anything, than I was before my first wrestling match. And that's probably why I was going 500 miles an hour out there, as do a lot of green kids that you see get in the ring. They just, way too fast. Anyways, back to Dusty Rhodes. So we're going to go ahead and get you commenting like always, or try to get you commenting like always. What was your favorite Dusty Rhodes moment? Where'd you jump on the Dusty Rhodes bandwagon? Was it when he was in the WWF and his polka dots? Are you an NWA guy? Were you following? Were you following in the NWA? What was it? Was it down in Texas, down in the territories? So go ahead. Let me know what your favorite Dusty Rhodes moment is. What did it for you? What makes you love the guy? Are you a new fan who just knows that he's Cody and Goldust's dad? So just go ahead, pop it in the comments, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.